Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Little Ray's Nature Center, and we have. My name's Lee, and we have an exciting show for you guys today. We have a different animal we're going to introduce you to. So we've been doing a couple animals of reptiles, and Natalie did some bats yesterday. Today we have another one, and these are actually animals that came to us not long ago. They joined us with Meet the Keepers. So some of you out there may have met them before. We've just had a short time with them, and we're growing to love these two animals that we have with us. They're really, really characteristic. When we come in the morning, it's the first thing we hear calling us for their food. And last thing in the afternoon, when they get the afternoon food, they're up and about calling us to get that food as well. They're pretty lazy animals, but really, really entertaining. We have one guy, his name's John Hamm that is, and the other one is Kevin Bacon. So I'm sure those names kind of tell you what they are. They're laying right here next to me. Here we have two pigs. So John over here, this is John, the dark guy. He is a Vietnamese pot-bellied pig. Kevin over here, the white one with the spots, he's an Appaloosa pig. We're still a pot-belly, and Appaloosa meaning the spots over the skin or the coloration that they have. But these are two male pigs that were rescued by the keepers. And John over here is just over 3 years old, and Kevin over here is just over 4. And being males and animals that people often look at as pets, we always see them in these tiny, cute little piglets. And everyone's like, oh, I want that micro pigs or pot-bellied pigs. And that's how they often sell these guys. And we often think, well, this would be an awesome animal to have at home. They stay nice and small. And this is how big they actually get to. So when anyone tells you they stay tiny, it's not the truth. Always look at the parents and see what they look like, because that's where you're going to truly see the size of these animals. So when you're buying yourself a pet pig, this is most likely what you're going to end up with, or one of those gigantic pigs that they have. Now these guys are from Vietnam. They originated out there. They were actually a pig that was bred for use for their meat. They're a very slow-growing animal, but the meat is apparently very, very good on them, and that's what they were mostly bred for. Then they, out in Vietnam, the farmers got an incentive from the government to say they would rather than breed full-size, purebred animals rather than these smaller ones. And so these guys end up, they are actually an endangered species now. And some of them were shipped out of Vietnam. They did come into Canada. They were used in zoos where people could go meet them, animal touch farm parts of it maybe, as well as into research sections that they were used. Then from there they got kind of spread out through other parts of the world where they went into animal touch farms and people's pets. Now these guys are on a bit of a diet. John over here, they get some kibble in the morning, the two of them, and they each get a half cup of kibble in the morning, and then in the afternoon they get a salad with greens and a few odds and ends of sweet corn and bits and pieces like that, some carrots and things. But we do watch their weight. The name pot-bellied pig came from their belly. The belly kind of hangs down on the males and the females, but when the females are pregnant, the actual tummy will actually drag along the ground. It's pretty interesting. Now you can see Kevin over here. You can see these big tusks that they do get. They get these incisors and tusks. So John over here is keeping us at bay, but giving us a little sign there. So these guys, as they mature, they can become a little bit dominant and territorial over certain people as well. So that's something you always want to take into consideration. These guys do spend most of their time on their bed like this. Now, a little bit of a history of where Kyle and Janine from Meet the Keepers got these pigs from. John over here, he was rescued from an abusive situation. So people were actually physically abusing him. He got removed from those people, and Kyle and Janine rescued him from them. Kevin over here, the white one, he is actually blind. So when we give him, he works a lot on scent and sound. And what will happen is he was taken because he had really, really bad skin issues, and overall they just weren't very well looked after. So they were removed from the previous owners. Kyle and Janine took them on, and they've had them. They're in great care. They really look after them. They get these fresh beds all the time. They have volunteers come in and donate and make for these guys. So we go through beds regularly. You can see that very, very quickly how they destroy them. They dig them up and go through it. But in the wild, these guys are spending a lot of time in kind of very muddy terrain. They're pretty good at foraging for their own types of foods, grasses and roots and things. Their feet are designed for that type of terrain as well. They're nice sprayed out for it, allow them to kind of go through it. But you can see John over here, they kind of don't mind us being here. People come in and get a chance to meet them. He even gets soft spots if sometimes you pet him on his belly over here, he'll roll over and he likes it. He'll kind of moan and groan for us. They do get nails trimmed and things like that. It's pretty awesome. We were watching them get their nails trimmed down the other day. We added these nice thick rubber mats for them because it helps them move around nice and freely on the floor rather than on the slippery floor. They do have a nice water bowl. They are open so they can walk around freely if they want to, as well as if you look behind, they have a litter tray, and it's quite interesting because these guys are actually litter trained. They will go and use the potty in the morning or in the afternoon. So they're pretty interesting guys to have, and we've really enjoyed having time to get to know these two here. They're pretty characteristic. Yeah, so that's where they go. They eventually are going to be in the summer. They'll be moved outside. They'll be able to stay outside in the summer and come back in the winter. And the funny thing is they also have two foxes. They have a red fox that's hybridized with a silver fox. And they have an Arctic fox with a red fox cross. They were saved from the fur trade. That's you'll get a chance to meet those in one of our talks coming up as well. And that's Fiona. And those guys actually are pretty friendly with the two pigs. It's quite interesting. They actually spend time together, run around and do stuff. You can see Kevin's got up now. He's interested. He gets around and walking around now to see what's going on. So definitely interesting little animals. But if you are thinking about getting one as a pet, you can see how big these guys do actually get. They do change their fur different times of the year, seasonal changes, and you can see that. But they're definitely friendly little guys. But you always have to watch these tusks. They've got fairly good sized tusks, especially on the males. They do get ground down and as well. But these guys are pretty funny to watch, and if you see their social structure between the two of them, they're typical of the pot-bellied pigs. They get these big hanging jowls as well. That's normal. Kevin's having a bit of a scratch on his bed there. That's one of his favorite scratch spots. Sometimes the flies bug them. We do spray them with a citronella to kind of keep the flies away from them, and that helps them out quite a bit. But there you can see Kevin getting out to go for a bit of a stroll. That's good. We want that behavior to happen because we want these guys to move around. You can kind of see that nice pot belly that they speak about, how it kind of hangs low down to the ground. You can see how those feet spread out like that to allow them to kind of walk through that soft mud and everything as they go around foraging.
Just checking if I have any food.
And other characters, the very short upturned snout, the very small ears, and the small eyes. That's typical. He might be going to the washroom. All this talk about going to the washroom, we might get to see Kevin go use the potty. It's quite funny to watch. Sometimes he'll go in there and he'll use it.
Good boy, Kevin.
Go use the potty. And then he'll stay in the potty. And then he gets to a point where he's like, oh, I'm too lazy to go back to the bed. He'll just lay down in the potty. It's quite funny. But it's very interesting because pigs living on a farm, people always say that they're really dirty animals, but they in fact are very, very clean animals. They do eat a wide variety in their diet, normally on farms, but as we say here, we do control their diet just to make sure we want them to be nice and active and lose a bit of weight. Because the breed itself, Vietnamese pot-bellied pigs, is a male. He should be about 110 pounds. I think he's a little bit heavier than that, according to the keepers. The same as Kevin, but they have lost some weight already and they're doing very, very well. You can see him looking around. He may think we have some treats or food for him, but look at that. They've got a very, very strong nose, but such cute little guys to see moving around like this. So you can see Kevin on the walkabouts. Not an animal you're going to see running around the farm.
No.
There you can see there's nice coloration where they get the name Appaloosa pig from. Because of the pink or lighter belly with the background color with the spotting, and then Johnny's the typical Vietnamese pot-bellied pig. Awesome, guys. Well, we hope that that's kind of giving you a little bit of an insight into a different animal that we get to work with on a daily basis. These guys, it's good to see Kevin up and about, and we look forward to introducing you to some of the other animals that the keepers have brought into us too, that we now get an opportunity to work with as well, and get to bring to you guys. So once again, thank you to everyone for joining on for our talk today. We hope you've enjoyed seeing these guys. And again, as Natalie said yesterday, if you guys have any questions or if you have any other interests or animals that you would like to see, please put it in the notes or send us a message. Say, oh, we'd love to see one of these guys, or we'd love to see you do a talk on this. We're always open for those types of interests as well. But other than that, guys, Kevin's having a bit of a scratch there. That's what he's doing. Thanks for your time. We hope you
Katya
guys
says hi.
Hi, Katya.
Thank you
for joining on board with us. We hope something different that people get to see today, other than all the reptiles that we normally work with. But still fun, awesome little animals. He's getting back to bed. That's all the
Yeah.
exercise he has time for today. That's his gym workout. So awesome, guys. Thanks for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe out there. And we are not in tomorrow. I have actually found a home for our one of our alligators and some of our spur-thigh turtles, and we actually taking them to their new home. So we won't be in on our Facebook Live tomorrow, but if we can, maybe we'll do a Facebook Live from there and show the introduction of Forrest, one of our rescue gators that's going to a home up in Montreal. But other than that, we'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. If not, it will be back on Saturday. Have a good time, guys, and we will hopefully see you tomorrow. On that, enjoy your day.